My salt and pepper chicken has salty, peppery, crispy, tender pieces of chicken fried without using so much oil. You could serve this as an appetizer, or you can serve it with a side of rice and veggies for a more complete meal. Okay, so first things first, I have my chicken here. When it comes to chicken and Chinese cooking in particular, sometimes I like to use chicken breast, sometimes I like to use chicken thighs. But for this salt and pepper chicken, I definitely like to use chicken thighs. So here I have 2 pounds of boneless, skinless chicken thighs. And what I'm going to do is cut it into bite-sized pieces. And then you could trim off the excess fat if you like. Keep it on, keep it off, whatever your heart desires. So just as long as you cut it into bite-sized pieces. I honestly love any type of fried food. I mean, I think when you fry food, it just makes anything taste so delicious, especially chicken. And like I mentioned earlier, what I really love about this recipe is we're not gonna use like a whole pot of oil. We're going to use maybe about half a cup. And honestly, that's going to give it the perfect amount of crispiness. All right, now that I'm done cutting up the chicken, it's time to season it with some salt and pepper. Hence the title, salt and pepper chicken. And for the salt and pepper, I like to use coarse ground salt and pepper. So this is coarse ground kosher salt. You can use that, or if you have a salt and pepper grinder like I do, you can use that as well. And I am loving my new electronic ones. I mentioned this in my last video. It just makes life a lot easier, not having to grind it by hand. Season up the chicken. And then at the end, we're also going to season it with more salt and pepper after it's done cooking. All right, so that looks like it's enough. So what I'm going to do is dredge each piece of chicken into some cornstarch. Let me move this aside. So here I have half a cup of cornstarch, and it's gonna make the chicken nice and crispy. So go ahead and, ooh, a little messy here. Go ahead and give them a nice dredge, shaking off the excess. You know what, you guys? I just realized I don't dredge this recipe. I don't dredge the chicken and shake it off and put it into the plate. Normally, I just pour the cornstarch all over the chicken because it is half a cup. It's just the perfect amount of cornstarch that we need. So once you're done cutting up the chicken, put it in a dish, pour the cornstarch all over and just mix it all up. And it's perfect that way. Skip that step of dredging, I'm sorry. I mean, some days we just have off days where we forget our techniques, right? Forgive me. All right, so our chicken is now ready. Let me go ahead and grab the rest of the ingredients that we're going to be needing for the recipe. All right, so I'm also going to be needing 1 red bell pepper that I sliced up. I also have half an onion that I sliced up as well. I have 5 cloves of minced garlic. I may have a little bit more than 5 just because I love garlic, but in the recipe I did write 5. Feel free to add more just because, I love garlic. I also have 5 sprigs of green onions. I separated the white from the green because I'm going to be cooking them separately. I'll add the white with the onions and bell peppers, and then the greens when we sprinkle them at the end. Anyways, I am ready to get cooking. Let's head over to the stove. All right, I'm going to start off by heating half a cup of oil. This should be enough, but if not, then we can always add more. So I have the heat on medium-high, and I'll wait until it heats up. So it's nice and hot. I'm going to cook the chicken in batches. All right, so this should take about 6 minutes per batch. After 3 minutes, I'm gonna go ahead and give it a flip, and we're gonna cook it until it's nice and cooked through. All right, so it's been about 3 minutes. And I've already went ahead and started flipping the chicken pieces over. All right, so the first side is looking nice and golden, and I'll cook this for a few minutes on the other side. It is looking good. I'm going to remove the smaller pieces because they cooked up a lot quicker. And I'm going to transfer them into a towel-lined plate to just grab some of that excess oil. this looks like enough oil, but I'm going to add about a tablespoon more, and then we'll get started on the second batch. All right, so we'll let this side brown. It's time to flip these guys over. All right, so I'm done cooking up the chicken. What I'm going to do is transfer all of the oil and the little bits left into the pan into a bowl. So I'm going to add a tablespoon of the oil that we used right back into the pan here because we're gonna be cooking our veggies in it. Putting the heat back to medium high, I'm going to saute bell peppers and onions. Season it with some salt, some pepper, and we're gonna cook this until it's slightly softened, about 2 minutes. All right, so that's about 2 minutes. In goes the garlic, lots of it. And I'm gonna cook it for another 1.5 minutes. So it's been about 1.5 minutes. I'm going to kill the heat. I want the veggies to have like a slight bite to it, so I don't want it completely soft. And this is going to act as a bed for our crispy chicken. Let's add in the crispy chicken. My camera just died and I turned it back on. It's getting a little overheated from all this heat from cooking, so I'm gonna work quickly. So I added some more pepper. Go ahead and sprinkle in those fresh green onions. And there you have it, you guys. Salt and pepper chicken. So satisfying, crispy, and delicious. All right, you guys, it is a moment of truth. It is time for the taste test, and I'm super excited. It is just looking so nice, crispy and delicious. I'm going to dig right into the pan here, and I'm going to grab a piece of chicken, some of the onions, rub it in that garlic. I did add quite a bit of garlic here, but you don't have to add that much if you're not a garlic lover like I am. Okay, cheers, you guys. So yum. The chicken is nice, salty and peppery and crispy. I have to have another bite of the bottom where all the yumminess, goodiness is, the garlic and the onions. The garlic is really coming through, and I know this is not called garlic chicken, but like I said, if you want to add less garlic, go ahead. But oh my gosh, it's gonna be so delicious over some rice. Go ahead and make this for your family, you guys. They are going to love it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope you guys make this recipe. Go ahead and click on that like and subscribe button below. That will definitely help me out. And I'll see you guys on the next one. Take care. I can't wait for the rice to cook. It's in the rice cooker cooking.